Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Monday morning Bitcoin update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour, still nicely above our pretty major support level, pretty major for the the short and medium term time frame. We obviously want to hold above this base around this area and form a new range. Obviously we are smack bang in the middle of this this little range we've got at the moment. We've got this this overhead resistance here around 47,000, and then obviously we've got our 42,000 support below. So Monday morning, the traditional markets and CMEs, they're digesting this recent price move above this major level, and it is obviously going to decide, do we maintain above here, or are we going to swing back below this support? But at the moment you can see it's pretty indecisive. Not realistically made any moves towards our upper level, and not got all the way down to support yet either. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the market to decide what it wants to do. Here, but yeah, either way, if you come back down here, we'll probably expect a bounce. Then if the bounce doesn't get us above these highs, then it will obviously be a lower high, and at which point we'll potentially be looking at maybe we do test back basically back below this support level. So that is what we've got on the cards. Obviously things generally looking good and a lot better, but yeah, we're just gonna see now that we are out of the weekend, what the market wants to do now. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Satoshi pairing as well is easing off a bit here as well. If we do want to look at the larger time frame, pattern we got going on, it is this bull flag, and we've had obviously a nice breakout. So are we going for an absolute textbook pull back down into the trend line, into the top of the pennant, and then going for our paycheck trade, so our forward check, our back check, and our paycheck? Is that what's happening? We shall have to see. Obviously we've got these trend lines that we've drawn in, and we're not sure which one the market will respect on this bounce down. Will it be this one here, or will it be this one we've got here from these highs? We shall have to see. Realistically looking at this, it would make more sense for it to be this one, just because it's in line with this horizontal here as well. So but yeah, that being said, that doesn't have to happen. All we've realistically got to do is get ourselves back above this horizontal here. Then I think we will just continue upwards at that point. This is gonna either be the test down, either the complete failure of the move up, or this is it and we could turn back up. So yeah, if we look at the US dollar pairing as well, that is easing off back down into support, which is quite nice. It's what you kind of want to see, a back test of this support. This is obviously a major level of support. This is how you can see Ethereum is lagging Bitcoin a bit at the moment, because Ethereum is into its support level, whereas Bitcoin is still off it at the moment. But yeah, if Ethereum can hold here, hold this dollar value, then yeah, we are basically will be making moves towards all-time highs. But yeah, obviously we've got to hold this. If we come back below, so if we find ourselves below, below this level, 2788, or there or thereabouts, is obviously a range. That's just the lower side of the range. And then yeah, we will potentially just be printing a swing failure above, and then realistically, not that anyone wants to hear it, you then have a decent chance of obviously targeting the bottom side of the range again, which would actually be down at 1800. So that is potentially on the cards if we are not to hold here. and continue upwards. Obviously, we could break below and then get support at any of these levels, put in a nice higher low relative to this low here. I mean, anywhere. Obviously, we've got the whole range to do that. That could obviously clearly happen. I mean, $2,400 would be a nice level to do that also, but you'd have to entertain the possibility that this is a swing failure above, and we can make it all the way back down to the bottom. You want to see something really cool here, guys. Look at the market manipulation in this asset just here. You have got to love it, haven't you? Absolutely getting hammered. I mean, obviously, fiat currencies are fantastic. No one likes gold, but it's just a bit of a ridiculous. Just a ridiculous shenanigans that go along in these markets. Obviously, if you look at the time. I want to 4 hour here, but yeah, if we look at this candle, like relatively early hours of a Sunday evening, they come in and hammer the market. Also, if you have a look at silver, similar as well. Just insanely obvious market manipulation. Hey, no one had this amount of actual real silver or gold. They decided they needed to dump on the market. It is just pure manipulation, and yes, there you go. Dollar as well, though, just hanging around here. I mean, it was up here before anyway, so it's not like this move gave us the move down in the gold and silver, but yeah, what they are basically wanting to try and convince you of here. And they may be correct, but what they're trying to convince you of is that this is a high low relative to this low, and now we're going to put in a high high, take out this level, and at which point we can be targeting quite a bit higher, and that will have a down effect on precious metals. But they're obviously trying to get the tail to wag the dog there a bit, and yeah, make you think that that precious metals are done. But hey, remember what we said: precious metals are actually real things. Gold and silver is a real thing. The only problem is that the so far as price discovery in that real thing is concerned, the tail certainly does wag the dog, and the derivatives market, the derivative of the asset, clearly does dictate the price of the asset. So it doesn't even matter that gold and silver is a real thing. They can still hammer it about like it isn't, with obviously paper contracts, and yeah, I mean, that's obviously what they're trying to make you think. This dollar is going up and silver's going and precious metals are going down, and yeah, I mean, like I said, maybe it does, but what I'm trying to say is that this is the measure against other fiat currencies, and then what I'm trying to say is that gold and silver, for its actual price on these markets is concerned, is almost like it is like another fiat currency as well, because it is just basically getting its paper format. It's just getting printed and then sold and done and sold and dished out to the market in the same way fiat currency is. So obviously it does not realistically reflect what should be the underlying price for the asset. But they need to smash it down to make you think that when this goes up against other fiat currencies, then gold and silver go down. When, like I explain it one last time, when in reality, gold and silver is a real thing, and this is actually measured against other fiat currencies. But then if you have gold and silver going up while this is going up, it kind of shows you that all the currencies are junk, and that is basically the main thing the Finance 1.0 and central bankers don't want you to think. And there's even articles saying where we shouldn't call it fiat currency. It is just currency. Why are we calling it fiat? Why are we identifying the fact it basically is practically worthless in the longer term. But yeah, anyway, we definitely rambled on about that far too long. Bitcoin dominance also looking like it is wanting to backtest the breakdown of this pennant, or I say a pennant of just this lower side trend line again. If you test it again, you don't usually get 2 chances, and you can maybe look at this as a bit of an inverted head and shoulders, so maybe we are going to make a bit of a move to the upside, and if we do, maybe that is going to be a swing fairly below, and then yeah, we break up. I mean, there are certainly opposing arguments from a charting perspective for what is going on. DXY is looking relatively strong. Ethereum looking like it could swing failure back below. This is looking like Bitcoin dominance, looking like it could move up. So yeah, I mean, it is going to take Bitcoin to hold above here, get supported, and then move on upwards before I think it becomes a bit more obvious what's happening. But there are potential warning signs here. Stock market is looking very good. At some point, I'm sure they'll have just a pullback like they do, and then you've just gotta buy that dip, because that dip will always be there to be bought. And if on the one occasion that it isn't there to be bought, it's the end of the system anyway. So who cares? So there you go. What else should we look at here? Yeah, nothing else really that we want to look at there. So we will finally look at those stochastics. We kind of need these 4, 10, 12 hour and dailies to help us out a little bit here. Obviously we know the higher time frames are looking good, but we obviously need some help in the more immediate term to hold above 42,000. So that is what we are wanting to see here. That is what we are looking for. So if we get them up, 4 hour is obviously not helping us with that, but you could look at this as a bullish reset. So if it turns back up, especially anywhere around the 50% line, then yes, that will start to be in our favor. But at present is a downward pressure on price action. 10 hour is downward pressure on price action from a high level, turning back down. So it's obviously still in the bullish zone. It can hold up here, but at the moment it is not giving us upward price pressure. 12 hour not looking bad though. Daily looking okay though as well here. And then 2 day turning over a little bit. 3, and these are obviously the ones that look good. So what I would kind of say, 12 hour has got room to run. Daily looking okay up here as well. These lower term time frames are looking a bit bullish, resetting sort of. But what that kind of tells me on the whole is that yeah, we can hold above here basically according to stochastics. So yeah, I would be looking at more sideways. I mean, I think we'll struggle to make much progress over say 47,000. But certainly we play this market levels to levels anyway. So if we're not going to come back down and take this out, then we are going to come and tap the top level and then either get rejected or break. So yeah, we are basically got targets of obviously here or there, and I think it's potentially more likely to be there rather than here. So yeah, there you go. Other than that, not much else to say. Big day for the Tin V holders, with a few coins going, a few projects going live there, and also some NFTs up for grabs that are having a bit of a hype cycle at the moment. So 3 different opportunities there for Tin V holders. I may actually do a separate video on them this week, just because they've got a lot of exciting stuff going on at the moment, especially if what is going on today goes well as well. I'll have a lot to report. So yeah, they might look out for that video. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Feel free to join the Telegram group as well. There is a lot of alpha to be gained from that Telegram group. 2 recent coins that have been spoke about by some of the very experienced members of our Telegram group. Have been doing pretty well for us in the past week. ILV, which has had a nice run up, which a lot of us got into. Then also Toke as well. So all those were talked about in the chat. All those are the main 2 coins that people were getting on, and yeah, they've all done well. So yeah, there's a lot of value in the Telegram chat as well. So yeah, feel free to join the chat, and yeah, I shall speak to you guys soon.